All right, what is going on, everyone, and welcome to a special video. So this is not the normal, believe it or not, I do actually play other games besides BDO. And for the past month, I've been playing Path of Exile, and I've been playing this game for over 10 years, just off and on. And this league, we have Necropolis, and if you guys have played it, you know it's been an experience. And so I wanted to make a video for my mostly ended a league build and showcase, so I'll show you like all bosses and stuff. But I want to talk about my build before we go into it, just in case you're thinking of trying it. So yeah, this is my character. We're level 98. I could have pushed 100, but I figured I just want a boss, to be honest. So our build is basically blink and mirror arrow, and then I started off as the detonate dead chain reaction one, and then converted into this one. So this is basically lightning damage into chaos, crit, and minions. So let me explain and show you what this is. So this is our main weapon, Voltaxic Rift. Basically what you're going to want to do is, for the most part, stack flat lightning damage. When you first start, you could just get the Rift in general. Then later on, when you get more currency, you start going into the implicit route, which is the level 10 momentum or faster projectiles. Either one is better. I think momentum is slightly more, but that's what you want to go for. And then flat lightning. In our body piece, we have the fourth vow. It's just a very like tanky set because physical damage bypasses energy shield, plus fat armor and energy shield, plus chaos resist. And so when you first get it, you just want to get the armor piece, and then +1 to socketed gems when you get later into it, because it'll boost your damage and minion stuff later. Helmet, we have Devouring the Atom, +1 to socketed gems. The most important part of the reason why you're using this is 1, Eldritch Battery, and 2, because the socketed gems have a increased reservation efficiency. So basically, you're going to be using 4 auras in here, and we'll talk about that. So Defiance Banner, Determination, Precision, and Grace. If you don't have one, or you're low on resistances, you can go with Purity of Elements, and that one would be earlier. Like, you could build it earlier, get your resistances capped, and it'll be good. Quiver, mostly we just want more damage. The amulet we're using is the Perquil's Toe, because we're using a lot of lightning damage, and later on when you get more currency, you're going to want the ability to apply an additional curse implicit, and then Inveterate as the blight buff thingy, and then 1 minion ring, and then 1 unset ring for the socket. This is important because you're going to have 1 extra socket that you actually do use, so it's important to have 1 unset ring, but you could play around without it. It's just you're gonna have to give up something, so this is just easier. So your rings are mostly going to be 1 fat resistances, and this one is going to be a lot of your damage for minions. So gloves, whatever you need, AoE, gems, dexterity is going to be one of your bottlenecks. More minion damage if you can, life, and AoE. Boots, once again, any of the extra stats you don't have, and you're gonna get onto it. And I know, yes, Mage Blood is very expensive. If you don't have one, another cheap alternative would be to use like one of these, just Darkness Enthroned. These are pretty cheap, even like a max roll one. Basically, if you have more sockets, or like you have 2 extra sockets for your flat damage that we'll talk about. And so before we get into anything else, into the more important jewels and everything, let's talk about what I have in here. Mirror Arrow, Blink Arrow, Void Manipulation. This one is a late game thing you want to like transition into later, but if you don't have it, you can get the Concentrated Effect, which is the more AoE one. Volatility, Fresh Meat, and Awaken Minion Damage Support. You don't have to awaken one, just get the regular one, and then transition into Awakening later. Once again, end game transitioning. Armor piece, we have Animate Guardian. I will say that I think Animate Guardian is very outdated because you have to keep putting gear on it, and then tier 17 maps are kind of a disaster. But we'll do those later. And then Empower, once again, kind of an expensive thing. You kind of want to have at least a few levels onto it. Meat Shield, Minion Life, Feeding Frenzy, and Ray Spectre. It does matter what specters you do use, because there's one like the Pale Sephirim. I don't have it. There's one the Matriarch Wild Beast that you can get from the Harvest, and there's another one. But Animate Guardian it's a huge damage bonus and buffs, because like the gear it wears is important. That transfers over to you as well. So the gear I have on mine would be Kingmaker. That gives you Culling Strike and Critical Strike multiplier and Fortification, which is Fortification just take 1 less damage per hit. And the armor piece, we have the Garb, which is your action speed can't be reduced below. And the helmet, we have the one that comes into Delve, that the helmet that's like you get stats based on the socket color. It is kind of an expensive upgrade, especially because minions, when they die, it's just gotta rebuy all the gear. So I really don't like Animate Guardian, but it is such a damage boost that you have to use it. And so yeah, I know this is an expensive thing. I have Mage Blood, but we gave you an alternative for that. The flasks I use are these in general. If you don't have the Mage Blood, you'd probably get different stats on it, but just generally LE resists evasion, armor, and whatever. Progenesis is an expensive thing. If you don't have it, it's not really a big deal. Even if you do have it, what you would replace it with is a life flask that has like no corrupted blood or something, just more health. Either way, it's not a big deal. So yeah, there's that. We gave you the alternative for Mage Blood. And for jewels and stuff, what you're gonna want to have is mostly flat lightning damage and more minion damage. So this is what I had early on. So these are what I used, like minion damage and flat lightning. So these are just what I had early on, especially the corrupted blood one. That's important. So if you are really rich, you get the extra 5% damage, but you start out with like low lightning damage, and then you transition into the higher ones later on. So yeah, these are kind of expensive, and believe it or not, these jewels are like more expensive than most people's builds entirely, but it's just something that's min-maxed. So yeah, the Watcher's Eye I have are Determination and Grace. So ideally your goal is to suppress spell damage and more armor. So like with Mage Blood, you just get more armor, or where is it? More armor and then more armor. I know I should have things like organized more, but with Mage Blood it doesn't really matter. So yeah, either way, here are my stats. 45k armor, 16,000 evasion. These are with auras on, so all 4 in the helm. And let's see. This is my Atlas tree. This is what I have. The back to basics for mapping, Harvest, Strongbox when I was doing Harvest, and Breach, Shrine, and Legion for leveling a little bit. And yeah, let's see. What else do I have? The Adorned, this is like a dumb expensive thing. I guess it could be as cheap or as expensive as you want it to be. Obviously, the higher percentage is better. It goes from 50 to 150. Bigger number is better. Get the highest one you can afford. And yeah, other than that, it's mostly minion damage and flat lightning. Here we have the Timeless Jewel. I don't really like, okay, so the way you would get this is one, the Zibaqua. I think I pronounced that right. That's the one you want. But then the number itself, like between 100 to 8,000, it's hard to determine which one. It's like some sort of thing online where you can figure out which one would work for your build. But basically, no matter what you have, as long as you get the Zibaqua one, your Divine Flesh and Might of the Vol will be, I think the same. Well, at least this Divine Flesh one. Everything else, the small ones, will be different, most likely. But yeah, that's my build. The cluster jewel is Raise and Pillage, Renewal, Vicious Bite, If you get 100, you get everything. If you're not 100, then you're missing something. But either way, it's not a big deal. So, with that said, that has been my build. Hope you guys enjoy it, and I'm gonna leave some clips of all the Uber bosses, pinnacles, and some tier 17 maps. So in case you're interested in watching that, good luck. If you're looking to try out this build, we'll see what it's all about. Thanks, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.
Your absurd defiance ends here, hatchling.
If winter time is here, victory will be ours.
The fires of the suns, surprises. You do not have the strength, hatchling. Riding pass. Beautify us. Escape from pain. For this realm.
I may not return.
Father, no!
Putrefy, rot, spoil, and fester.
Exile, do something!
I've never seen anything like this. Defeat it for me.
Mortal flesh is so fallible. Resist the assault! Resist the assault!
I see you, little mouse. You don't belong here. Run along. Turn back, trespasser. Cease this madness. You tamper with things you do not understand. Your recklessness will not go unpunished. This is your final war. You force my hand again, little mouse. So you've chosen to side with chaos. This is my world, and you shall obey my order. Insubstantial.
He's recovering. We need to find a way back quickly.
Behold the face of your unmaking!
Father, it's me. Let me help you.
The horror must be stopped. Obstacles destroyed! Gaze into the abyss. Insubstantial.
He's recovering. We need to find a way back quickly.
These memories are mine. I cannot lose them.
They lied to you, Father. I'm your true memory.
To save the future, the past must be sacrificed. Irrelevant!
Did you really think this would work?
Sirus, please, we want to help you. Don't do anything hasty.
Destroying you is as easy as flicking a pest.
No! Kirak!
How boring and small. You want the Atlas? Take it. It's yours. But Oriath? Oriath, I will burn to the ground. Perhaps the suffering of my fellow citizens will finally stir something.
Pointless! Glorious flames!
What's this? A real talent? You finally caught my attention.
This city is nothing! Glorious
Others have
flames!
strength in their projections. They could change reliance. Not
This city is nothing! You are nothing! Creation itself! Glorious flames!
really interesting enough to warrant all this pain.
Your lives are
of your efforts.
Why run? What's the point? Obliteration! Creation itself! You are nothing! Rain of stars! Obliteration! Be utterly annihilated! I have seen beyond. Be silent.
I felt something. What secrets are you hiding in that murderous mind? Valdo had some ingenious designs hidden in his memories. Observe! Wraeclast needs me! Were flawed. Do you remember dying here? Will you? Turn away, sin! What are you? In this, the realm of the past, I am king, and you will bow! This one is my own creation. Ha! Plenty more where that came from. Face your destruction. No! Impossible! How? This isn't over. This will never be over. I will unify humanity!
I may not remember.
Father, no!
Putrefy, rot, spawn, and fester.
Exile, do something!
seen anything like this.
Grasp your mortality tightly.
Life is so brittle. Feel your life drain away.
Grasp your mortality tightly.
Life is so brittle.
Give yourself to the void. Grasp your mortality tightly. Entertain me. Another challenger. Feel your life burn away. Handle this. Resist the assault.
Life is so brittle.
Twin terrors.
Dazzling display of survival. I grow bored already. Go now.
The prize piece comes to join.
My collection. Pain will be returned tenfold. Space aligns. Behold my collection.
I will have what I want.
Death will not be an escape.
Scurry, scurry.
Why?
Resistance will be punished. Time contorts. Scurry. Scurry.
My irritation is growing. Death will not be an escape. Scurry, scurry.
How?
Stop resisting. Reality bends. Punishment inescapable.
Arrogant toy.
This will not be an escape. Scurry, scurry.
My collection is... Stand.
The living toy must enjoy our contests. For
inevitable. You will know pain. I will bathe this world in blood. Inevitable. Delaying the inevitable.
Almost full up, eh? I want to make you proud.
Death will never come for an immortal. Your soul burns for me. Kurlamak, arise, my children. Feed. Give your soul to me. Kurlamak, feel death's breath. Mortal. Your soul burns